Wait, you can't self-host. Yeah, you still have to pay for it. Are you fucking serious?
Yes, actually.
Oh, what?
It's
knew
not
a
as
guy with
uncommon as
one
you think
ball.
it is. Hi, Brian.
Director?
Howdy.
Uh,
Howdy.
all right.
Oh no, you can't say that.
So, did you get choked?
We were at a club. A lady, so one of the quiet booths, I thought was private.
And
Apparently it was.
she choked you
walked,
out.
Yeah, she walked in and had her way with me. My fiance caught on, so I had to run.
Carmine, have you
I'm
ever
here
been
now.
to a club before? Because I used to work at
Yeah,
a club.
plenty.
Those little
Cognac,
booths,
bubbles, you
waiting
name
them,
it.
and they come in and they
Oh,
perform for you. That's
I
what
wonder
they
if
do.
it has or hasn't.
Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm not complaining. My fiance is though.
Wait, maybe it is
How
free.
is your fiance there? Why don't you get a private audience if you get a
Managed
fiance?
instance.
What's that saying? Foresight or whatever?
Wait.
Hindsight? Yeah,
Wait,
hindsight.
I think
not a
it's
good look, Carmine, to be going
self-hosted
to a strip club when
deployment.
you have a fiance.
Director, I spoke to.
Wait, you don't have to.
Ruthless. I call her Ruthless
Yep.
because she has a ruthless career when it comes to internal disciplinary action. When I joined the police force, she was like the boogie woman. Then Cornwood used to say, "Ooh, beware of the Ruth, for if she sets you in her sights, your days are numbered." She was a myth until she showed up eventually, and the rumors were true. She's very ruthless. She hasn't gotten me yet, thanks to you mostly. You haven't set her loose on me. I think you haven't set her loose on me yet, have you?
I mean, Carmine, you're not exactly as much of a problem as many others. So,
Well,
I think you have typically been a scapegoat by lesser individuals. So, I mean, that was the case in DPD. That was the case after that. It's, you're like the lightning rod, right? When someone wants to. How many times have you gotten suspended over the past 3, 4, 5 years doing something everyone else does?
I got suspended the other day for doing something that other people do.
Yeah.
Brisket.
That's not
This
fair.
isn't about you.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody cares about what you
If
did
he
to the
did that,
chief's
he would have
car.
got suspended.
That's because I'm a captain. I get to use scapegoats. Okay, I get to
No, it's just
keep my
Crystal's
hands
pissed
clean
at me
now.
because she don't like me, and now she's taking it out on me. It's not my fault I'm gorgeous.
Never scorn the Crystal for her ire and hatred for her enemies.
Oh, darling, she's made the wrong enemy in me, I'll tell you that.
I look forward to seeing your out against Crystal. She's already
Oh,
got you beat in
wait.
the weight class.
Oh, no,
She's
you
the
wait,
captain.
darling. You wait. I don't care about that.
Anyway, I was asking Ruth about the legitimacy. Not the legitimacy. That's the wrong word. The constitutional backing of the SASM. It was just an inquiry. Because I was looking at the
makes sense.
Constitution, and I think one of the excerpts in one of the amendments read that they removed the marshals being under the DOJ's purview, thus also removing the marshals entirely from the Constitution. But the legislation that backs the marshals and gives them authority still exists. And the process of auditing, amending, repealing a legislation is a lot easier than the Constitution. And I was just pointing that out, asking her if that's true, because she is my senior in this. She's been a cop a long time, and I was asking for a little bit of insight. Her response to me was, "Carmine, you should read." So I didn't really get much from me.
I think she meant the City Hall stuff. Yeah, no, you point out something that actually was brought up to the state about 2 weeks ago, to which there are going to be some things coming. I'm actually very excited for it. So, yep.
And I was also inquiring on, I've read both legislations about the marshals, and both the legislations, the language used for the marshal's purview and, the authority it holds is very vague.
Yeah.
Organized crime, supreme oversight or overview.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another section in that same legislation that I read where it says
Again, shut
supreme
down
authority,
agencies. Yeah.
supreme authority, but only in selective situations. So like jurisdictional disputes, internal corruption, that kind of stuff. So not so it says complete power, but then it says complete power only in these things. I what's your interpretation of it? Do you think the marshals say today you decided the marshals going to go out there patrol like the LSPD, the BCSO,
Mm-hmm.
and be like a high command department
Mm-hmm.
that here listens to nobody but them but their own?
Yeah.
You could do that, right? In theory. I'll take the silence as a yes, but you don't do that because you're a good man and you understand the purpose
I have a
of the
bigger,
marshals.
longer term responsibility. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I just wanted but I'll be honest. I remember I recall the Blunt situation. Okay?
Are you asking
And-
me if I could shut down and take over the LSPD?
No, not just that.
Why would I do that?
Policing in general.
Why would I need to?
Not why, but you could.
I know.
Not shut down, but you'd have to have a legitimate reason to shut it down. But you could operate and pull jurisdiction.
Well, I mean, y'all make it really easy too, but
you could, is my point. But you don't. Say, Brian, you died tomorrow. Spontaneous combustion. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And a tyrant, someone of my disposition, I know I'm not a good man.
yeah.
And I know with all power comes complete corruption. The amount of things I could get away with in the process of addressing it, I just want a little bit of clarity on, or at least if I were to get in a discussion after a scene, I talk to a marshal. They
So
don't
you
say,
can
they don't point
launch
to one
this.
piece of legislation and say, hey, right here, ultimate authority. GG's, bozo.
Are you planning the director's death?
No, I'm not. I didn't say I was going to kill the man. This is me being transparent and honest with you. These are just the things I'm inquiring in, you know?
Okay. Makes sense.
Do you do you know what it means by organized crime? Like what the limits on that are? Or is, because in definition, anything that is criminal can be designated organized.
Are you asking, do we believe we're God?
No, more so, do you believe you're like an archangel?
You mean like the angel of death? Or the
Something
angel
like
of war?
that. Like the senator would be God, but you'd be like the archangel. And
The
if
senator?
the senators,
Which one?
if one of the senators or
Which
the governor,
one?
whoever it is that speaks for this state. I've never met the
But
guy.
which
the
one?
governor. I don't know how many there are.
Okay. But it depends which one you're talking about, right?
Let's say all of them.
Okay.
Oh, Nino Chavez.
Well,
Let's say Nino Chavez.
okay.
Is he a senator?
Yeah, but it's a little bit more complex than I think what you're making it seem to be. Not everyone knows, and very few people know. For reasons.
Okay.
Are you aware how our bills are paid? Are you aware of the debt we owe?
We pay the bills.
Do you
Big
know about the
LSPD
debt
bill-
that San Andreas is in?
Los Santos, and Los Santos, we pay. I'll know when our coffers go empty is when I stop getting my $500,000 paycheck.
Rosner, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, a little bit. So I've only been around 4 months, but I could take a general guess.
Yeah, go for it.
Are we on a deficit?
Yeah, we have a huge amount of money coming out of the state account, and I can only imagine the only income in the state has is either from what did you call them, the governors, and also income from us charging people for crimes, which is not a huge amount of money. In fact, it's a very small amount of money. Taxes seem very small.
We're indebted to multiple outside entities, investors. Do you know about this, Carmine?
I worry not my head of matters that are far above me. I'm a street level guy.
Yeah. Are you? You're.
That's for you to worry about, director.
Well, I mean, you know, San Andreas, Los Santos County has like 90% of the gangs not only living but operating out of it. Many of which work for, you know, do criminality and maybe working on the behest of said investors. You don't think that's a matter that you should be concerned with?
Graph go up, graph go down. You
Gravity,
just gotta make sure.
magnets.
You just gotta make sure graph keeps going up.
Okay.
I gotta make sure that when the stores get robbed, that someone's there to stop them.
Thank goodness for the
when
BCSO.
When a stripper don't get paid, then she get paid.
What about the BCSO now?
I said thank goodness for him. You know.
He doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that, Betty. He's just saying that so you can get under my skin.
Well, I say that mostly because you know, I tend to find a lot of them find a lot of interest in these things. You know what I mean? Thinking about bigger picture. You know, thinking beyond
I'm thinking
the bank
about your
truck.
bigger picture that you've just mentioned. For example, our state gangs and criminality is rife. It's hot. It's like you said, 90%. Do you expect that in other places of the world? Not really, no. So why here?
It's the Truman Show.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's like a blunt rotation from hell.
I don't understand why you don't understand this, Carmine. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. No one's ever. I'm a little surprised you're not aware about these things. These are pretty widely known amongst investigators in both departments.
And he's a
about money being printed, or what is money being printed? Is that what you say? They're printing Benjamins, or are you saying there's a massive corporation out there that's giving us millions and millions of dollars for no reason at all?
Multiple investors, corporations, etc.
Why do I need to concern myself with this?
What happens when they come to collect, Carmine?
And then when I go turn to help, especially in shift 1, you know who comes? BCSO. You know who else who comes?
I'm shift 3.
Shift 2 LSPD.
That's not true.
It is.
That is not true.
Well,
Director.
Aaron Carter.
Ruby York is doing a good job.
Shift
Fantastic.
1, shift
They're
1.
there.
Shift 1. That's shift 1 duo right there. You know who else could have been there, Director? Lucas Miller could have been there. Lucas Miller showed an interest
Could have been where?
in these conversations about the bigger picture, these, you know, investigations that require a lot of man hours, you know, not the day-to-day stuff, the long investigations. He was invested in it.
You mean the one that drove, well, I'm not going to get into their personal matters, but I'm aware of him.
Shift 1 where you get dapped for hitting someone else's car because it's in the way.
Betty, you are so bitter, Betty. You're so bitter, Betty.
Y'all are making me bitter.
Bitter Betty. You get
You-
3 daps
y'all
and it's
are
the end
making
of
me
the
bitter.
world.
I'm shift 3's golden girl pride and joy. I keep that shift alive. And I try and bring some of my energy to your shift, and I get
Director,
like this.
I got a question. If you care so much, if you think so highly of the BCSO, you want to see them flourish, why are you taking their all-stars? Why are you taking someone that most
You
people
think
love?
LSPD, you know, isn't coming over here?
I mean, I have yet to see any
Really?
Our people. When when they got it good, they got it good, and they know, this ain't nothing to leave unless you're Ezra. Listen, we haven't been bleeding any staff. We have been up horrendously. If you look at your roster, everybody that's joined is from most of them at least are from Blaine County.
Most are brand new. Or haven't been around in a while.
I mean, transfers or not transfers. I don't know. What would you
you
call it
lost
when they
Nova,
joined the
darling.
Marshals? That was a strategical move by her, and I'm happy.
No, y'all just refused to promote her.
Losing Nova is crazy.
Yep. I was told that the only reason why she transferred is because Pred didn't want her in command.
Director, listen, if someone's in charge and they have a vision and they have roles for certain people and some of them don't fit in that schism, it is what it is.
Yeah, but Nova is a great asset.
That's life. I agree she was a great asset. I agree. But the chief thinks otherwise, and in the chief's judgment as his foot soldier, I trust.
You know, I don't think we need to get into all those politics. The point I was driving here, Carmine, was about...
You're going to Betty, Brisket.
My lord.
You're going to Betty.
Anything for your roster, darling.
You're going to jail, Brisket.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, my lord. It's like being back at the club again.
I'll be honest, Director. There's a lot of people that do have interest in these large-scale investigations.
Why don't they show up?
Because it feels like if an LSPD officer or if a BCSO officer or an LSPD officer takes a step into the ring of state-level affairs, you know, it's like they're on borrowed time. The questions arise: when are the marshals gonna take this case from us? When am I gonna when am I gonna be muscled out of this investigation I've been working on? You know, not saying that is what the marshals are doing, but that's a concern they may have.
Hey, that's paperwork.
And there's a lot of paperwork too. Because it falls directly under your purview, you know, that's your job, right? You know, if there's an issue that concerns the marshals and they're directly equipped to handle it, and I catch wind of it, I'm going to throw it their way. I'm going to let them take lead on it. It's only natural. If it's a county level affair, then I'll make sure LSPD officers, BCSO officers pounce on it. The system we live in now, you know, these cases are in your ball field or park or whatever. Those like archivist faces, all that stuff. That's your playground. Our playground is when we raid the besties.
You're pretty new, right?
Yes, so.
How involved have you been with our investigations?
Oh, I've almost been forced into it by other people who have recognized my abilities. I'm pretty involved within the murder of the DOC guard. I'm actually right now writing up a bill to get felony murder to be added. Also, as a side note, DOCs are not considered government employees.
You help handle those raids, right?
Hey, two raids on the besties, Miguel and Forehead.
Have we been cooperative with y'all throughout that process?
I would say more than cooperative. I'd say you're bringing me in.
Yeah. We tried yoinking anything from you?
Negative.
Huh.
You haven't offered Rosner a position in the marshals yet?
Why would I want to hurt BCSO?
He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying it a lot recently. I guess this is more of a general comment about the PD, not LSPD or BCSO. There's a lot of people who fuck around. I'd prefer it if people were capable officers so they knew when was acceptable to fuck around and when was not. I'd like to think I'm just a capable officer who can fuck around every now and then.
That's right. Look at me, Carmine. I fuck around, but I lock in when needed.
I'll say this, Director. Looking from the outside in, the marshals as a department has never been better. It's flourishing. It's just doing amazing, and it helps perform a function of government that's been needed a lot in policing. You know, competent detective work investigators, and you at the helm has helped in that as well. I have a question though. Do you think the police force is doing better from an external point of view? You've been in the police force for a while. Do you think it's doing better than its past iterations?
Hold on, Carmine, just to interrupt you there. Just check the latest spot a post where you've been tagged.
Oh, okay.
Second one down.
It's my coworkers.
The timing on this.
It's my girl. It's my girl.
Yeah.
Which one is your girl?
I don't know.
Oh,
She's got
you don't know
pimple on her ass.
You don't know your own girl's ass.
Maybe one on the right. I don't know,
Maybe.
What the fuck's Raymond Romanoff doing there?
The face
Oh, no,
assassin.
she's your
Huh.
Oh,
Oh no. He's a face on ass at now.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
Get it?
oh Lord.
So
good.
you think what do you think of the PD as a whole? Not the PCSO, both.
I like to think more in the moment.
It was good
I think
to
we're
reflect
getting
on
there. I think corruption's
ref-
at all-time high. I think we're at a
Oh,
time
really?
where
Yeah, I'm not getting depth over someone's personal grudge.
Oh, corruption at an all-time high. Where's the corruption? It's not in my camp, is it? We've made sure to, keep our troops on a tight leash.
really.
Yep, most definitely. And if you have
How's
any
Kowalski
concerns,
doing?
oh, he's back on duty.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Kokolski, my white-haired stallion.
Mm.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
What he
You're a
did was
white-haired stallion,
unworthy of
sorry.
a termination. I stand by that.
Which one of the incidents? Which one are you talking about?
Wait, there's
I've
more?
learned, Director, I've learned one thing in my position as high commander
Yeah.
is that one of the biggest problems policing has in this city is communication and narratives. If you end up in a room with a bunch of high command members and you look at a report and you look at it to scrutinize it and look for flaws, you will walk out of that room thinking whoever it is you're looking into is the devil. But if you take a moment to talk to that person and ask them why they did what they did and what they did, all that, and get all the perspectives, you start to realize that they are human beings. Lapses in judgment happen. And so in my book, if you're
That's
not
why
malicious,
you're one of the good ones.
I don't know. Shit,
Thank you.
we don't get
Thank
no
you, Director.
communication. We find out like 2 weeks later than everyone else. Every time.
You fuck with Crystal. I don't know what you want from me.
I wasn't
There's-
mentioning Crystal. You're obsessed with her, darling.
Smoke by Crystal. Smoke by Crystal.
I wasn't talking about Crystal. If she wanted to doubt me over a personal grudge, that's fine. It just means she's petty.
Well, regardless, I think from
How did
someone
we
that was
get on this
fired-
topic, Carmine? Because this started
Oh.
with,
I'm just having a yap off. Yeah,
Well,
He's
yeah,
trying
but-
to glaze you.
Director, I want to
It-
talk to you about a lot of things.
Well,
I've
ju-
realized the less
no,
I talk
I-
to you,
I
the
get
more
it, but
demonic you appear
we-
in my mind.
we started with like why you aren't interested in anything beyond a bank truck, and then I sort of explained.
I can elaborate on that.
I was trying to point
I
at
can
why it's important to, and somehow we've gotten to this topic.
I'll elaborate on that.
Yeah.
When it comes to these big investigations, there are certain items of evidence, reports, all that stuff that the marshals will not make privy or aware to us. We don't have a full picture of any. If it was an LSPD officer investigating something and they brought us in on it, 9 times out of 10, they're going to make all articles of evidence available to us, unless
You know,
us being investigated.
marshals work very closely with Shift 2 LSPD without any hitches. Aaron's been fantastic. Opal's been fantastic. You aware that they're working with us?
Yeah, I'm aware that some
Okay.
work with you, yes.
Yeah, they've been fantastic.
Can I ask you why so much paperwork done on the marshal's end when, like, I'm a captain at the LSPD. When I
Yeah.
inquire on these things, I always get the response, no, we can't. Marshal documentation restricted. Don't need to
When
be
did that
privy of
happen?
it. Okay, you know what? I don't want to use Ruth because me and Ruth, when we talk on the phone, there's a lot
Yeah.
of stirring.
Yeah.
But are you telling me that all investigations, like if, say Chief Kyle Pratt walked up to you and said, "Hey, I want to know about X, Y, and
Pred's
Z."
not a good example, right?
He's a chief, He's the chief of the department.
I think
If
you
the
and
chief-
I think, so are you referencing a active case on government entities in which the chief of police is demanding reports on said active investigation pertaining to subject matters that I'm not even touching?
I'm not aware of the particulars, but
Yeah.
if the chief is not being investigated,
Yeah.
and what reason would you have to not inform the chief of police
Well, I don't think
or
that's
the
happened,
or the
has it?
sheriff? It hasn't.
Well, I don't know. Give me an example.
I
mean,
can't.
there's
I
been
can't. I'm distant from this.
well, I mean, there's been allegations of that, but when you ask for particular examples, there are none, right? So,
You know,
you know, I'm very good at manipulating. I haven't had to do that much.
really?
No.
That's not something you should own up to, darling.
No, I do. Comes
You have
with
to
law
keep that in the
enforcement.
bag.
No, of course not. It's part of police training.
You know,
Carmine,
the honest man
when you
is
drag
always the
someone
fool in the
into
end.
an interrogation room, you don't sit there and expose your entire hand, do you?
Of
No, you
course
try
not.
and lead them into something you
No.
want them to say.
You only let them know what you want them to know when you want them
Mm.
to know it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not gonna get the truth out of them.
But to your point, you know, are there hypothetically reports that hypothetically we haven't provided, hypothetically when requested? I mean, you know, that would require an example, right? Just as much as if I asked you some very direct questions about some of your internal matters, you might not provide that either, right?
Oh, but you guys already have access to all of that, don't you? It's not a two-way street. You guys have access to all our high command reports, from my knowledge. From my knowledge, rookies have access to senior reports. Am I mistaken in that? So even if we decided to hide information from the marshals, we can't, and that's inherent to the role you play, you know, as marshals.
We're talking hypotheticals, or are these like actual incidents?
I told you I can't bring up a specific. We don't know what we listen. I don't know what I don't know.
Accusations!
Yeah. Yes, we do have our own reports. By design, right?
I understand why some reports would be held from us, like internal disputes, corruption. I get why those reports would be held from us, but investigations on external criminal elements.
We work with both departments with that.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
You are hiring a lot of marshals. Okay, you are hiring a lot
Building
of.
for the future.
You're hiring an insane amount of marshals.
Am
so
I?
many marshals.
How many marshals do I have?
When I think of the marshals,
Well, just how many do I have?
I don't know, maybe north of like 30.
Just check the roster.
Try again.
All right, north of 20.
Try
Somewhere between
again.
20 and 30. Do you let a lot of marshals go for an activity?
Every brother, I fired 6 of them.
Oh, okay. Then I guess my point is mute.
Are you aware that I fired 6 and one
No.
is currently subject for getting treason?
Are you talking about marshals before your tenure?
Well, both.
Okay.
How do
And
you,
what do you-
can I ask you a question?
Yep.
So when you say you're hiring a lot of marshals, right? Is that objective or is it subjective?
I believe, if you look at the
Well, is it
The
objective
roster-
or is it subjective?
I think it's I think
Am
it's
I
objective.
objective? Okay.
I think there
All
are
right.
a lot of marshals, Director.
So it's objective. How many? We have okay. So we have 19 marshals. Why?
Is that
how
19
is that
total?
Every single one of my marshals shows up every day. Well, I shouldn't say every day, but virtually.
Okay.
Yeah.
19
But we're killing it. It's actually
active-
pretty impressive.
I agree. 19 active marshals.
Yeah.
There's only so much casework that can go around.
I do
For
have
other-
we don't have
another
enough.
point to bring up.
Yeah.
What is that, Rosna?
Oh, what is the retention rate of us as LSPD and BCSO? What's the retention rate of us training a cadet to full officer? Like 60% of them drop off.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
recently
I
had
can
an academy
agree with
of
that.
11 cadets, and ended with 4 because of people having to go absent, and we've only had 1 actively queue up in the queue.
Just
We have
nature of training people around here.
we haven't lost a single marshal yet in the past 5 weeks. So I'm sure it may seem that way because you know
you
they're
said you
showing
fired
up.
6.
Yes, that is correct. Old guard marshals came in, did a 2-week internal investigation. Some were leaking, some were trying to recruit civilians to start a militia. One of
damn.
them is about to get hit with treason.
Kill the faceless.
It was a little bit more than that. But
I feel like if you met Gunner under different circumstances, you would have liked him.
no.
If you
I'm
got
the-
the Gunner
do you-
before
do you-
Gunner became the director, you would have liked him.
Are you really? Did you know him well?
I knew that he didn't have the guidance he needed, and he was put in the hot seat too fast due
Okay.
to circumstances.
I'm sure he's a
unfortunately.
okay guy, but you know, see, the thing is, at the end of the day, right? Let me ask you kind of a simple question. Do you think the badge should protect anyone from, should the badge represent being able to get away with things? Does it make you special?
Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. No.
Just as we charge people, you know, and they go to jail for their crimes, as should everyone else, right?
I agree.
Mm.
I agree. Well, I'll tell you what my plans are, Director. I do plan on inquiring about the limitations of what the marshals can do.
Okay.
So I may throw out an audit on the 2 legislations pertaining to the marshals.
Ooh,
That is
that's
just-
going
that
to be
is-
fun.
That is just to get clarity.
Have you read the recent audits?
No. In fact, I don't even know if I am going to do that because it's being changed, right? Like there's
there
something being added?
There are a series of things coming through. Yep.
And it's already in the works.
Yep. I caught this about 4 weeks back. And you actually reminded me to get an update.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
guess I'll hold off on.
But you
on
never,
my.
you never answered it. Like you keep
What?
dodging the questions, right?
What,
like,
what did I dodge, Director?
you said there's too many. You're hiring too many marshals, right? Said objectively or subjectively. You said objectively, but you never explained yourself.
I think that you being the director of the marshals being your department,
Yeah.
the marshals being, you know, your Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, you're gonna take care of them first before you hand cases over to people outside your department.
Why would I hand cases over instead of working with both departments, as we have been?
So how does that
What
work?
case is only being worked by the marshals?
Who's working on the archivist stuff now?
About 10 separate law enforcement officers.
LEOs?
All
Non-marshals?
3 departments.
All right, excluding the marshals.
Who are the 10?
Or no, yeah, excluding the marshals who were like BCSO, LSPD. Are you gonna say Riker and Maeve?
No, there's 10 of them. So I know that.
What?
Yeah. So, like the Miller case. Do you even know what happened with the Miller situation?
I know Miller was eager and looking forward to investigating.
Do you know he made
that
his
case.
girlfriend go crazy? Or not crazy, but like get anxiety. She had to reach out to Ruby and tell her she don't want anything to do with it anymore. To the point where I had to call the archivist and say stop contacting her. Because she was getting stressed.
And she
Miller-
lost her hair.
Yeah. And she's a good fucking detective. She's a good
And
investigator.
I think Miller is too. They work really well together.
This is her quote, right?
And she was losing her mind because of Miller. That's not what I got
well,
from it.
I'm not going to go into the details of it other than she communicated to Ruby and myself that she was getting anxiety over it, understandably, because it was a big case. However,
It wasn't the archivist stuff that she was getting anxious about.
However, the archivist was something that was being worked on by a series of individuals, because something like the archivist isn't something that a single individual or single department can reasonably take in, because they are going to be singular incidents that will take place, all of which needs to be collected and organized, right? You could get hit by the archivist tomorrow. Someone else could respond to another case with the archivist. But the overall organization of it and purview of it needs to be managed. Otherwise, you can't really, can't really go anywhere with it, right?
I agree with you. The overall lead of the archivist should be someone like yourself, director, someone that looks at the macro. But Miller's role, in my opinion, on that archivist stuff, he was like one of the most pertinent points of contact for this. He was not true. From my point of, it looked like he was the one gaining the most, the most ground, retaining the most information, who had the most exposure to the archivist.
Brandy was doing all the reports. He refused to the extent he let the statute of limitation expire on what's his name from ADMC, Shang, the first one who's going to get charged with a brand new charge.
Okay.
Yep. And so when I asked for the report, he didn't want to do it. Brandy had to write it up. And she used to lament to me about it. I got to do all the report writing. It's got fucking bullshit. I didn't even da-da-da-da-da. And then on 3 separate occasions, after spending hour plus of my time giving everything I knew to him in support of him, he started saying I was hiding information. All the while Junior Huntley was kidnapped. And then, after Riker solved some of the puzzles, this dumb fuck contacted the archivist, said he did it all, and he said the puzzles were too easy. To which point, the puzzles got 10 times harder.
That's called poker face, director.
No.
You want the perp to think you're one step ahead. The moment the perp thinks you're stupid.
Collaboration and cooperation requires, things like joint decision making, right? But when someone is acting rogue and working unilaterally, and the others are having to suffer through those decisions, someone needs to make a call, right? But,
I don't listen. I cannot. Affirm or deny what you're saying. Because I don't know all that.
You did a good job there, right there, though, deflecting.
What? What did I deflect?
Well, I asked you. You said we're hiring too many marshals, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you never said objectively why, right?
we're hiring too many marshals, and I haven't said objectively why.
Yeah, you said. Yeah, I said. What? Why do you think that?
I believe the type of work marshals undertake does not require them to be staffed in the
So that's you're being
in the
that's
double
subjective.
digits. So 100 marshals working. So would you hire 100 marshals? What's the cutoff? You picked up Nakota. I spoke to him. You picked up Nakota.
Oh my God,
Every
he
day.
is fucking killing it now.
Yes.
I just got Dawn. I got administrator, so we got intake coming in for IAA. She's already wrote like a fucking 3-page SOP, so they're expanding out.
On IAA,
Yeah,
Internal Affairs, who
IAA has been operating for 5 weeks.
for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Internal to who? To the marshals? Or are you
said-
talking about us?
So
Well, I look forward to working with them.
hell yeah, yeah.
I look
Dawn
forward
is
to working with
fantastic.
them.
Yep.
I will. Well, if anything comes up, internally to the LSPD, I look forward to
But you
talking.
never
with
said
them.
why. Do you actually believe we're hiring too many marshals, or is it just a subjective opinion? Like it feels like we might be, right?
All right, fine.
But you're unsure.
I'll say subjectively for what I've seen you do, what you've told me your intentions are for the marshals. I think you're overhiring.
We have significantly more casework than we have resources for. So
Well, I can't confirm that because I don't have access. Do I have
No.
access? Do I have access to those? If I asked you right now, I want to see all this casework the marshals are working on it, not the LSPD investigations, the corruption,
y'all doing?
whatever. You do that? You make me privy of that?
You good?
all right, good shit. Do you have someone right now, Cole?
I'm with Dawn. We're at the bank. She's doing the payout to our furniture.
Beautiful, easy.
And then we'll be back at the observatory. I think Kovacic and Catalina is over there.
Okay. A firm, easy. All right. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying if I asked you to make me aware of all these
I'm enjoying
marshal
this.
reports that are not investigations of the LSPD or internal corruption, would you do it?
If there was a specific matter you wanted to know about.
Okay, so
We don't really encourage
alright.
like T-sipping, right? Anyone who is actively involved with doing the work surrounding a particular case we will work with them, as we have been with a significant amount of BCSO deputies and some in LSPD who have shown interest, right?
Why are you looking at me for?
I have a question.
None of your business.
I actually forget it. That doesn't matter. But yeah, that's you've answered a few of my questions, Director, and I'm
Yeah.
glad we had this honest, genuine conversation about stuff, And I look forward.
How about why don't you start working with us on some of these cases? I think that's a great idea. You know what I mean?
I think I don't know if I want to look into the archivist.
Well,
or
no,
the
I mean,
faceless.
there's a shitload of other stuff.
All right, fine. Throw something my way. I'll lay.
Well, no, we pull you in when we start working on it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. 90% of investigative work starts with your own volition, noticing something, a pattern, and then deciding to follow on that lead. What's the famous saying? Always follow the money. It's pretty much just you figuring something out, following the money, finding where the crime goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be straightforward with you, Carmine. I think the reality is, and it's okay, this isn't bad. LSPD Shift 1 has a lot of are not a lot of interest in investigations, right? They might be interested in what's occurring, but they're not. There's very few in shift one that are going to be interested in breaking off from, a regular ping to go to a 911, write the reports surrounding it, write the subpoenas, and do the paperwork necessary to investigate. And that's not bad, but it's a reality, right? Balancing both in this environment is kind of impossible, right?
Is that objective or subjective, Director?
Objective.
That shift one doesn't have a lot of investigators?
Interest.
That's objective?
Yeah. Yes. And the statistics being the individuals in shift one that are BCSO versus LSPD. Like, I mean, I can name them off my...
That's not... I think you're wrong on that.
Okay.
I think there's a lot... You look at the docket...
Give me 5
sure...
investigators in LSPD shift one. Will actively be dropping pings in as opposed to report writing.
Okay, Opal?
Yep,
Carter?
I already named
Brandy?
Opal and Aaron.
Brandy?
Yep, I agree.
Lucas?
Nikki?
Yes, Lucas. You may not believe it. You may not believe it.
What? Objectively, he wrote 0 reports. Brandy wrote them. For the archivist.
They were working together. I understand that you think Brandy was miserable working with him, but
I
she
never
was
said
working
that.
with him.
Oh, wait, hold on. I never said that.
That's what you were insinuating, that he was making her do all the legwork and taking credit for it.
I simply told you what she relayed to me. All right.
Okay, well, she was working with him. They were working together as a team.
Okay.
That's four already.
Was she, or was he just driving her?
How many Shift 1 BCSO investigators are there?
Do you know even Ventura has been writing reports around these things?
Ventura is a good, hard-working man, and I'm glad he left Cassie. I'm happy.
It's actually, but Shift 2, you got V. Gray, right? Like right now, who's on duty? We got V. Gray,
Aaron.
Carter. Yep, those two.
Carter
I look at
Shift 1.
BCSO, and I'm like, okay, if
Carter
we
Shift
have
1.
some shit pop up, they have half the cops right now on duty, which understandable, smaller department. We got Ventura, Rosner,
Dark as well.
Mustard,
Dark,
Breakaway,
Rose,
DuPont, and Jones.
Hell, you know what? The chief president investigator too.
Well, no. Take a look at who's on duty right now. Like, let's say we got to go and pull cops right this second, right? On dispatch, you got Carter, and we have V. Gray, right? And then in BCSO, you got Ventura, Rosner, Mustard, Breakaway, DuPont, Toby Jones.
Hell, even
Am I missing anyone from LSPD? I might not know, right?
Yeah, you are. You're probably not as.
Well, which ones? I'm looking at
as I am.
dispatch.
I'm not seeing.
Frank,
This is normally
Frank
Williams. No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Gravy, Joseph.
I said, other than
Deke,
Gravy and Carter.
Deke, Jack Ryder, he's looking into working on investigations. There's a lot of There's a lot of potential in Shift 2.
Potential. And you need to mold that, Carmine.
And I'll do that. That is my role as
that is how we save this.
I want to go back to the statement you made. You said objectively there are not a lot of people interested in investigations.
Yes, objectively.
That's
factually correct based on the observation from the director of SASM based on the interest that law enforcement has shown on the many investigations we're running.
So your sources trust me, bro.
No, I just gave you numbers.
You cited yourself as a source, Director.
These are based on the reports that I have access to.
Okay, then look at the docket. If you look at the docket, you just go through the docket and see who's posting on the docket.
Opal, Carter, V. Gray.
Okay, LSPD. That makes your point of LSPD not having a lot of investigators.
You're saying BCSO is not posting anything?
What the hell?
I'm just saying, if you look at the docket, it's very evident which department's posting most of those reports.
Which ones?
You know what? I'm willing to admit I may have biases against the marshals out of fear, ignorance, whatever. Can you admit that you're wrong about Shift Wine? Objectively?
Well, so I look. I mean, we're doing an objective exercise, right?
I'm doing your exercise.
When I look at dispatch, we got Ventura, Rosner, Mustard, Breakaway, DuPont, and Jones. Now, no offense, Betty, I just haven't spoken to you on the topic. I
I'm
don't want to.
shift free, darling. No, it's all right. I'm not seen.
And so you're the captain, right? I'm telling you, when I look at this, I see Carter, I see V. Gray. Who else are your investigators on dispatch right now?
I listed out 3 other people that you went over.
Wait, which ones? You said Frank Williams, which you're memeing now.
He's never here.
I'm not. Frank almost fucking ruined my entire life because he investigated me.
So
for
is he around
Frank Williams.
First-hand
if we
experience.
pull him, okay. All right, let's see.
100% Frank. If he had the time,
he's never around.
He would.
Right now. See, this is what happens, right? Some shit's going down. We got to pull investigators. So I'm saying right now, if some shit's going down, and we're gonna need him for the next couple days on this, is this someone we're gonna call up?
Just try it right now. Just go on the radio, say I need an investigator.
No, don't do that. Be on call. No, don't do that. Director.
Are you scared of who's gonna answer?
Director, I disagree with you objectively that Shift 1 doesn't have a lot of interest in investing. I think you need to give them a shot.
Frank Williams a shot?
No, Shift 1.
Who said I haven't?
You make it sound like, you think there's no interest. I think there's interest.
No. I think you're misunderstanding me. I'm saying naturally what I see and who shows up to these things are BCSO, right? It's not like have we closed the door on anyone other than Miller?
Do you think if these alarm bells were rang that all these officers in Shift 1 wouldn't come running to assist you?
I think it's not the way I would pose it. I think when things happen, you look to those who do, right? And because I should.
How do you know they will if you don't?
I do not actively. Because I'm not going to actively herd someone else's sheep, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. In fact, I'll give you an example, right? Opal's friend, who's a dumb fuck for a while but changes behavior.
Marcus, he's dead.
No, Opal's friend.
Rest in peace. Yeah, Lex. Marcus. He's Lex.
No, not Marcus.
Lex.
Lex is another example, right? You know what Lex does? He says, hey, do you guys need any help with this? And we bring him in. Opal says, hey, you guys need any help with this? We bring him in. Aaron says, hey, you guys need any help with this? We bring him in. That's literally how we work. So, I don't have time to chase people down.
I remember helping y'all with that is it the fire starters thing on Twitter?
Yes.
Like a couple months ago?
That is true. Betty's done it as well. That is very true. So what I'm trying to communicate to
Betty got involved in the fire starters. She's a fucking ginger.
What you might be missing here, Carmine, is this is not me sitting here and look, at the end of the day, it's no, I don't lose anything here in this conversation, right? Nor am I attempting to win it. Rather, what I'm communicating to you is encouraging your law enforcement, right? If that is something you want to do, to try to get involved, right? But until that happens, I'm just looking at who is actively getting involved and asking to be involved and in turn being involved.
I agree, but
and then over time we get used to working with them, and now we might give them a call as opposed to, hey guys, let's go try out Frank Williams on this faceless guy. That ain't gonna happen.
Oh, you know what? I'm lost in the weeds on this, but I'll say this. I agree with you, but I do think as the director of the marshals, you do have a responsibility of you know, not a, you're not. It would be good if you. I'm not saying that you don't, but if you made an active effort to
Nope.
scout for potential detectives,
What do you mean?
because these
Why
wouldn't
you do that? You're their command.
I am their command, but we both know most of the larger cases.
Come on, they respect you, Carmine.
I'm not
Listen,
saying they don't.
Yeah. Look, I don't, like I said, even today, this is a very abnormal situation where, I'm sitting back, listen to my radio chirping and, having a nice little conversation. But, on a daily basis, I ain't got time to fucking hound people down. I got to look after multiple agencies in my own department.
Heavy lays the ground, director. Heavy lays the crown upon the head. Well, I appreciate this conversation.
Hold on now, hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are you saying that there's people in your department that don't come forward and say, would you like to join the detective union?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Really? Because we do.
That is true.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah, people actually come forward and say, we are looking for more people to join the detective unit.
In the BCSO?
Yeah.
Wait, who's the head of your detective unit?
Ooh,
Right,
I believe it's Maeve, yeah.
No, not yours. Y'all's is kicking ass. Who's shift one, like, detective lead?
Opal and Carter.
Oh!
Yep.
Wait, are you sure?
Yep. I mean, it's in the talks, but Opal's been designated the lead of the detective unit.
Oh, okay. Does she know this yet?
It's in discussion. She is aware, I believe.
Oh, so there is no detective unit.
Last time I was involved in the
It's
conversation,
like previously we were just talking about objectivity, and you're telling me
it was
y'all don't.
proposed to her.
How does the LSPD not have a detective unit?
That's not what I said.
Isn't
You
that
said
what
it's
everything
in the
for?
talks. Am I
As far as I'm
misunderstanding?
aware, they were in the talks.
Okay, so it doesn't exist?
And this was a conversation I had like 2 weeks ago, a week ago.
Carmine, I feel like this conversation can be simplified like with, hey,
What?
Brian, my people, we want to investigate. We can't find someone to do it. We've been trying to put one together, and that was something that's supposed to be done like 2 months ago, but it still hasn't. Can you help us? Carmine, you and I used to be honest with each other.
I came down here to talk to you about Marshall Purview, and
then you told me you didn't give a fuck about anything other than bank trucks. You didn't need to know what was going on
in the
the greater
individual, I'm
picture.
still a captain.
You need to think bigger. You are the damn captain. People look to you for direction. But if they're looking at, someone who's just, uninterested, or the next person who stands around sipping tea and complaining, or the next person, and who is it? Bobby,
Bank
right?
truck. Bank truck.
Shoving something up his ass, right? Like, who are they going to look to as a leader and be like, oh man, that's that investigator I want to be like. I want to do that. That's what motivates people to, think about, why'd you lose Nova? Probably because she looked around. She's like, hey, I'm the most experienced here, and I'm a damn senior or whatever. No, she said, fuck that shit. I'm going to BCSO.
Objectively, you're wrong.
Okay.
Hold on.
Who's your
She
top?
said that y'all wouldn't promote her.
Yeah.
Objectively.
Damn,
listen,
Opal. Y'all fucked Opal over how many times over?
If we're talking about right now, you're sending the conversation about fucking energy, people wanting to
No,
do the job,
not
that
energy,
kind of
but
stuff.
people, leadership is about
Retention. You pointed out Nova leaving.
No, I used it as an example, right?
The rate of transfer from BCSO from the BCSO to the
What do you know what it
LSPD is super LSPD heavy. Okay, most
Said new
For every
hires
one
heavy.
LSPD that leaves the LSPD, 5 BCSO have joined the LSPD.
Yeah, but this isn't
That means
but
something.
why are you bringing BCSO into this?
What the
Because
hell?
you're using the
Permission to speak
BCSO as
freely
you're
on
using
this.
the BCSO as a
No.
counterbalance.
No, not as
Go
a
ahead, Roger,
counterbalance.
speak
See,
freely.
Yes, you
I
are.
think- I think you-
it's in the-
Oh,
it's
Carmine,
when you talk,
you've been
you say,
brainwashed
the
into thinking
BCSO, a lot
every-
of them are
you've
doing
been-
so good,
you-
and then
look,
some LSP language matters.
You've been
Director.
brainwashed into thinking everything needs to be LSPD versus BCSO instead of looking into your own damn house. Which one of your captains is investigative heavy? In shift 1. Ruby's holding it down. Well, she was until y'all fucking fucked her with Bill.
We have
Y'all
captains
fucked
that,
her
we-
with Bill.
No, we did not
You
fuck her
did.
with Bill. How do we? Is that what you told her?
I know what happened.
What happened, Director?
You'll find out.
Oh, shift 3, we have Daisy. Daisy's pretty good at this stuff as well.
You?
Go ahead, Ross, and speak what you was going to say. Speak your mind, darling.
I'm sorry. Sorry about the stray Rosner bike.
No, I was to speak freely on that. I mean, it's not unreasonable when we have had leadership for a longer period of time. Something that is fresh and new would encourage people to go try the new thing. And this is not a bismarcking on either department. I think this is something that we're also seeing a little bit now with the marshals. The marshals are doing some very cool, engaging, great investigations, and people who have been in the LSPD for past 3 months
Oh,
probably are looking
who's
and going,
transferred out of the LSPD to the marshals?
I am not
Director?
going to be
That's
discussing anything like that
and
because
BCSO have done the same thing.
I would not want people targeted.
No. The LSPD does not simply transfer to the marshals, okay? The LSPD, they know they got it good.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't trying to start an argument. I
Carmine-
was just trying to make a point.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's bringing all this up as well, because in shift 3, we work together in harmony.
Yeah,
There's
I've
no
seen
problems
that.
between the departments at all.
Yeah.
It's only the people that's making it a problem.
This is so much fun. Why does he keep making it about like BCSO LSPD instead of saying
I
that
don't
there
know.
might be an issue in his own house, right? He can resolve
mean,
this.
Look at this whole crystal
I
thing with
don't
me and
know
that
why
car.
he
If
even
it
brought us
was,
here.
if it was LSPD doing that to Fred's car, there wouldn't have been a problem. But because it was me trying to park
Yeah.
my car, so I had to move his out of the way by ramming it, the problem I got 3 apps for it. Now that's just ridiculous. And I want that looking into, by the way. Crystal doesn't like me, and I don't care if she's a sweet little button, but that was just unfair. And now I'm being told by rumor that, oh, it's because she pissed her off.
Oh my
Simple things like
god.
that. Shift 3, darling. We work together in harmony. There's no problems between shifts. I don't, not
Yeah.
shift, between departments or anything like
I
that.
agree.
We work together in harmony.
Eddie,
I
no
don't
one cares
understand
mean,
why.
about
even-
shift 3.
even the whole,
you notice
like-
how this
Okay.
entire conversation, not one time did anyone bring up shift 3. There's a reason for that. There's a reason. Fuck shift 3. I'm sorry, but fuck.
Wait,
shift.
why? It's
Fuck your
got
shift,
got
Eddie.
some
Okay.
great people in it.
I'm gonna say fuck shift 3. Fuck
Oh,
reverse.
shift
And if
3.
and if you tell
Marshall
Rhodes I
just-
said that, I will lie and deny it. I will say
Shift
no.
3.
the
Shift
director's
3.
lying.
Marshall just pulled in about $100 million in assets.
That's
So
true.
with this LSPD and BCSO there.
We work
Or-
together in
no.
harmony.
yeah.
No. No beef,
Well-
Carmine. So the only beef is what you make.
No, because every time Director Knight brings up martial achievements, he only says the martial achievements. He doesn't
No,
say
this
in partnership
particular
with
one,
who.
this particular one came out of shift 3.
And it was no officers, deputies.
She was
no-
ex LSPD actually.
Who?
Do you not know about the biggest court case probably San Andreas has ever seen? It just I don't even have to say much more.
I heard
What
that
case
you
do you
guys
think
were
I'm talking
raw,
about?
I heard you guys were raw dogging Bruce Baylor.
Yeah, he's target number 1, but he's not the last one either.
Oh, I have a question about that. I understand the marshals look into internal corruption, mishandling of funds internally in the mayor's office. What about external, like misuse of licensing and stuff by people who are licensed with businesses?
We are in talks with both mayor's
Yellow on
offices.
number. No, there
A lot
we
of
go.
things are happening in that front.
You know what? You asked me to bring up a particular case. I would like for you to. I'll bring you a few officers, and we're like to be brought in.
I don't
on
want
that.
people to be brought to me, Carmine.
gonna have to go, Don. Sorry.
What does
Chief.
that mean?
Sorry.
Let me reword that. People that are interested.
Look,
That's my
get them
right.
encouraged, right?
Yes, I'm gonna
To
ask them if they're
step up.
interested.
To step
That'll
up.
happen. I'll ask them if they're interested, and then
And I want you to
I'll bring them
look
your
at
way.
me. I want you to
Yes,
look at me,
Director, why?
Carmine. I want you to look at me.
My right's gone. My right's gone.
I want you to look at me.
Yes, Director.
You are
1
failing
minute.
by not keeping them in check.
Class 1 or Class 2?
Why put a muzzle on a
Is he
dog that wishes to be free?
Because you're
Let
the
it grow
small
and
dog
prosper.
right now.
Not anymore.
You're being surrounded by the bigger ones. And they're barking you into
Just get
submission.
a fish. Just get in the court.
Nobody's barking nothing into nothing, Director.
Please look into
Hey,
that
hey.
misuse of power, please, for me, Brian. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, you two. Keep him safe, yeah? He might hurt himself.
I will.
Fucking poor Carmine, bro. Fucking poor Carmine. That was so much fun.